Okay, so today's question is, the Earth is 149 million kilometers from the Sun. How can we represent this number in a more friendly way? Be prepared to justify your thinking. You can use visuals or do a demonstration for the class. So I'd like someone to come up and share their thinking on how we get this. Remember, it's about 149 million kilometers away. I'm just doing it like this for a reason. So come on up and share your thinking.
So basically, we already knew that the answer was 1.49 times 10 to the power of 8. Because to get back to the number, you had to move the decimal from here and then bring it all the way back to the ending and that was 8 numbers.
Let me pause you for a second. But there's no decimal in the number. Why did you create a decimal?
To make the number smaller.
Okay.
And then over here, we showed that how much each exponent would make. So over here, it's 10 and 10, and then 2 10s, and then 1 10, and then 3 10s, and so on. And then, so basically, our answer was 1.49 times 10 to the power of 8.
So with this one here, just so, because, you can just have a seat. This one here, so what they did, as you can see, they broke it down. So in a sense, they said that 10 to the power of 2 is equal to 10 times 10. And another way of, so they actually did this in 2 different ways. It says here 1,000 is equal to 100 times 10, right? Which is true. But now we know that from before, 100 is equal to 10 times 10. Remember, we're trying to get as many 10s as possible here. So this 100 now becomes 10 times 10 times 10. So 1,000 is equal to 10 to the power of 3 is 10 times 10 times 10. And that's why it's 10 to the power of 3. You had what? The next one was 10,000. And there's a little clue here that makes it easier for us to answer these questions, to figure out these exponents. 1,000 is 10 to the power of 3. What's the clue in the 1,000 that tells us it's 10 to the power of 3? That's just another way of doing it. This is another way.
There are 3 zeros.
It's 3 zeros. Well, this one has how many zeros? How many zeros is this?
4.
So it becomes 10 to the power of 4. So that's an easy way. But 10 to the power of 4 is like saying 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Okay? And then you know that if you really want to break it down, 10,000, like they said here, is equal to 1,000 times 10. You know that 1,000 from the previous question is 100 times 10. And 100 is 10 times 10. This is where all the 10s come from. Okay, they just multiply. So many show up. Okay? 100,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The clue is in the zeros again, which there are 5. 10 to the power of 5. 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. And then the same applies here. You know that 100,000 could be 10,000 times 10, and it breaks down furthermore. So when he said he turned this 149 million into 1.49, on the left side of the equation, we're just trying to make the numbers as small as possible because we're letting this side do all the heavy lifting. So the left side, 1.49, that's the easy side, times 10, and then you said to the power of 8, and to confirm how many decimal places are after the 1, or how many digits are after the 1, there should be 8. If you count them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Times 10 to the power of 8.